Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net on Monday the 23rd of March. Thanks again for watching and for your continued support for weatherweb.net. Remember, we're kept free of charge basically because we show adverts around the screen on the website, and it's that basically keeps us free of charge and you keep on coming back and viewing, so thanks for that. Turning more unsettled during the coming days, just wanted to show you this chart first of all. You get this from weatherweb.net. If you come down the left hand side here, having clicked on charts at the top, you'll see it says Atlantic 500 there. That's this chart. So what I want you to watch here is the jet stream. There's the jet at the moment, kind of meandering its way up towards the north of the country, but we'll just watch what happens. Keep your eye on the timings here in the top right hand corner as I just go through the sequence. Okay, notice that big trough that comes in for tomorrow. It's that that's causing the instability that generates the heavy showers during Tuesday. Could be some snow around as well, you know, on Tuesday over the high ground of Scotland and over the high ground of Ireland as well. Here's a set of charts that we haven't actually released yet, so shh, you're seeing it first. This is precip type, and again, or even type. That was very black country of me, wasn't it? Type. Anyway, giving away my background there. We got Tuesday here, look, 3 o'clock on Tuesday morning, and basically where the blue colours are indicates where it's snow, where the green colours are indicating where we've got rain falling. Now, just because it says blue or green doesn't mean it's actually snow or sleet falling at that place at that time, but it shows that if there is any, that's the condition it's going to be in. So watch what happens through tomorrow. Look, you see how we find that area of snow and sleet possibilities extending southwards, look, through Scotland, over the high ground of the Pennines and over the Welsh mountains as well. So it's high ground, but it certainly shows that there is the potential for some sleet and snow to be hanging around during Tuesday. Okay, let's crack on then, because as we just move the sequence through here, we're on to Wednesday now here. Look at the jet stream coming through us into Saturday, now Sunday, and then heading into Monday and next week. And you can see there, look, the jet just stays through it. The westerly flow continues. Yes, we occasionally get a ridge building in from the south, such as here, look, but generally that westerly jet stream flow is persisting. Hence the reason for us finding bands of rain coming through the country over the next week or two. Now, I don't think rain is going to be particularly very heavy. Yes, there'll be some heavy stuff for western Scotland. I don't think there'll be huge totals. I think it's just normal sort of springtime conditions overall. As far as temperatures are concerned for us, probably not that bad actually, near normal temperatures, having been quite cold tomorrow, and on Thursday temperatures then pick up. Could actually go quite mild into the weekend, particularly for more eastern areas. But on the opposite side of the Atlantic, it's going to be cold again. This is the forecast temperatures for the US, 23rd to the 29th of March here. Look, you see that cold air, look, coming back in to the eastern side of the states, while much warmer out here towards the west. And if we just look at week 2, you'll notice here, look, cold again. So that cold just stays in across the eastern US. Those are 3 and 4 degree temperatures below normal. 10 degrees below here across parts of Canada. So it just remains cold again. They've been having that all winter, and you know what? I don't really see any particular end to that coming up either. It really has been such a cold winter over there. Now, MJO, let's just have a look, see how that fares. This is from Carl McRitch's site, and CFS predicting, look, going through phases 7 through 8, coming back into 1 and then into 2. It's doing the jump into phase 8 around about the 26th, so we're thinking Thursday. Going into phase 1 around the 1st, and then into phase 2 around about the 8th of April. So what do those phases actually mean? Well, if we just take a look here, so that's phase 1. This is from AmericanWeather.com. This is phase 8, sorry. And a typical phase 8 condition, such as we've just seen there, so such as we're seeing here from Thursday onwards, is a more unsettled pattern. It brings low the normal heights, look, across much of the UK and Europe, deep trough into the States, which of course is what we're seeing, trough into the Atlantic, trough down through Europe, ridge off towards the east here. And of course, that's what we're going to be seeing. It's that encourages this westerly flow to come through. Phase 1, get my phases right. Phase 1 in here, well, phase 1 typically looking like this. Phase 1 generally brings us lower than normal heights in the Atlantic, near normal across the UK, higher than normal down through Europe. So what we tend to find is we've got this trough still through the States. We find a trough in the Atlantic. We find more of a southwesterly flow with a ridge building through here. So bringing drier conditions into the south, changeable conditions towards the north of the UK. And this sort of maintains this idea of outbreaks of rain affecting Scotland, Ireland as well, whereas we drier down towards the south. So this is this period going through into the beginning part of April. So bringing us up from sort of around the 1st of April through till around about the 8th of the month. So it's indicating again those southern and eastern areas tending to, yes, stay in a westerly, and seeing fronts coming through. It's just that the rain that comes through perhaps not that heavy. And then we're going into phase 2, which takes us into the 8th to the 10th of April. Then we stay in the southwesterly look. So we stay in the southwesterly, low the normal heights towards the north, double trough feature probably in there, something like that. But that's the changeable jet coming through. So hinting that pressure does try and build towards the south during that second week of April. Those are the dry conditions, but still wetter for the north and the western parts of Scotland as well. CFS sees it something like this. Week 3 look, it does try to bring in that southwesterly flow with higher than normal heights down towards the south, and then into week 4 from the 13th to the 19th of April. There's the high look built across Europe. There's our trough through here. So indicating that wetter conditions, northern and western Scotland, perhaps the west of Ireland, but mild with that south to southwesterly flow across most of the country. Remember, that's the CFS that we've just been looking at. How does that compare? Well, this is the ECMWF, and it's a bit quicker on the ECMWF, getting us into phase 2. So basically what it's doing here is it takes us into phase 1 around the 24th. So it brings it in a good 4 days earlier and then takes us into phase 2. Where are we there? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Takes us into phase 2 around about the 28th. So it's all a little bit quicker to bring us through to phase 2, and eventually it wants to get us into a phase 3 as well, and it does that, where's that, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, it tries to get us into phase 3, when does it try and do that for? Tries to get us into phase 3 around the 1st of the month, and phase 3 looking like that. Look, very unsettled conditions, ridge out here in the Atlantic. There we go with a deep, deep trough across the UK, and it kind of would make things way more unsettled if we were to stick to the ECMWF story. But this is how the 10-day looks. This is taking us from next Monday through to a week on Wednesday. Look, both the ECMWF on the left here and the GFS on the right, both going with this strong jet across the Atlantic. So I must admit that that would take us up to around about the 31st first, so it would take us into that period that the ECMWF was just looking at. So it takes us into that period, and I must admit, I'm not at the moment in this mode at all. I think we'll stick with the idea that the GFS and that the CFS have got, that idea of that building pressure in the south, so sort of a north-south split with a westerly flow throughout, but northern and western Scotland tending to see most of the rain, but southern and eastern parts of the UK tending to be on the dry side and tending to get drier, if anything, into that second week of April. Okay, I will leave you with that for now, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out Gary's Fast Forecast for a forecast for the next couple of days. All right, thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.